Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's Sunday morning video going to be a little scouting profile video for a player said to be on Celtic's shopping list for the summer transfer window of 2025. Young Turkish player called DEMIR Ege Tiknaz, currently on loan at Real Ave in the Portuguese league, although his parent club is Besiktas in the Turkish league. In the video, we're going to have a wee look at his stats over his career at Real Ave and Besiktas, plus some highlight clips of his games on loan in the Portuguese league last season. So a lot of stories circulating at the moment that Celtic are closely pursuing a young Turkish defensive midfielder, also able to play central midfield and has also played attacking midfield in the past, although his primary role last season in the Portuguese league on loan was as a defensive midfielder, moving forward into central midfield when needed. Interesting situation that he is a Besiktas player, although spent the whole of last season on loan in the Portuguese league at Rio Ave, who have a clause to buy him at the end of the loan for €5 million. And that clause will kick in on the 30th of June. It is then thought that Rio Ave are planning to cash in on Tiknaz because his value has significantly increased over the season in the Portuguese league, and it's thought that they would then sell him on for an asking price of around £8.5 million, €10 million. And it is thought that Celtic, along with a couple of the French clubs, are looking to sign Tiknaz this summer. He is 20 years old, will be 21 in August, 6'4". He has played for Turkey under 14, under 18, under 19, under 21 level, and was called into the full Turkish squad in March 2025, although has yet to make his international debut. He started off at Besiktas, playing in their under 18, under 19 team, including 5 games in the Champions League youth competition, 1 full season for Besiktas, and then last season on loan in Portugal. Also of note is he spent 8 months out in 2022 with rather a nasty anterior cruciate knee ligament injury, although since that time he has had 2 full seasons of first-team football without any further problems with his knee and remaining fully fit apart from a couple of very brief spells out injured. Looking at his career stats, last season in the Portuguese league at Rio Ave, he had 33 games, 4 goals, 2 assists, and 8 yellow cards. And in his career at Besiktas in full first-team football, 29 games, no goals, 2 assists, and 5 yellow cards. And his season rating last year in the Portuguese top division was 7.05 out of 10. And so obviously a very good rating for such a young player. And going into a wee bit more depth, he has very, very good ratings for passing, even very good ratings for long range passing, which is unusual in most players. He has a good shot conversion of around about 1 in every 3 of his shots on goal is an actual goal, although his stats for getting shots off is a wee bit poor, and his stats for getting himself into the box to make shots on goal is also rather poor. But however, when he does get chances, he puts away those chances 1 time out of every 3. He also has very good ratings in terms of defensive midfield stats, such as winning the ball back, tackles, winning the aerial balls, ground duels as well, shot blocking, and works well both as a defensive midfielder and can drop back into to act as an extra central defender. Looking at his stats in general, every single category is at least average, with majority as good, and many key categories in the very good category. So very encouraging in terms of his last season in Portuguese top level football. Gonna now pop in those season highlights, some of the goals he scored last season, some of the chances created, but also quite a number of clips of him winning the ball back, making challenges, tackling, and plenty of clips of his excellent passing. And after those highlight clips, I'll then pop in my own couple of minutes of my own thoughts of him as a player, my own impressions of looking at the various different scouting reels and highlight reels available on YouTube elsewhere. My own thoughts, having watched quite a number of highlight reels and scouting reels for Tiknaz via the internet and YouTube, is he is obviously very big, tall, strong player, remarkably good on the ball, good dribbling skills, good ball control for such a tall man, quite a lot of pace as well, good recovery pace also to track back and defend. He has brilliant vision for passing, good passer, right-footed and left-footed, kind of plays that deep quarterback role, lying deep and then starting the play off and recycling things, tracks back well into defence, good tackler, good technique, doesn't tend to give away an awful lot of fouls, good in the air as well. From the goals he scored on that video, he scored goals right-footed, left-footed and with his head. Said to also have very good energy levels and concentration. Also thought to be a very mature player for a player of 20, 21 years old. A couple of areas that he probably needs to work on is getting himself into the box more often. As when he does get into the box, he is obviously a very good finisher. Also looks like a player who could mix it in midfield. A player, I think, who is ideal for Celtic's number 6 defensive midfield role, which would then allow Callum McGregor to push one step further up alongside Hatate and Engels. And I think it actually would make Celtic's team better overall. Obviously, also a player who can move forward actually into a formal normal central midfield role on the right or the left. Or in Europe, if Celtic were going a bit more defensive, we could certainly play both Tiknaz and McGregor as that defensive role. And in games where we're more on the attack, Tiknaz very much can move into being a more attacking midfielder. And I think he is actually quite an ideal player for the Rodgers way of playing. And I, for one, would be very happy if Celtic were able to secure his signature. He does seem a very ambitious player, and when he has been interviewed, he sees his career in the end ending up at the best teams in the world, such as Barcelona, Real Madrid, and the big teams in the English Premier League. And so it does look like he would very much be looking for a move to a team as a stepping stone for a few seasons on his way to the very highest levels. And I think also the option of playing very likely in the Champions League for the next 2 or 3 years with Celtic might well also be a very big selling point for him. There is this odd situation where he's currently a Besiktas player, but there is this loan option, purchase option with Rio Ave in Portugal. They are going to take up the option, it's thought, to buy him for €5 million and then sell him on pretty much straight away for €10 million. And Celtic are said to be at the head of the queue currently of teams lining up to buy him when his €5 million loan purchase gets turned into a 10 million permanent transfer away from Rio Ave. Do feel free to pop your own thoughts into the comment section with regards how you see him as a player. I say there are quite a number of different videos and highlight clips and goal clips of him on YouTube and on the internet, so plenty other sources to look for extra information. As we finish, just a wee polite suggestion, encouragement. If you are new to the channel, not yet subscribed, please do click that subscribe button. Do click the like button if you like the video or like the channel. And as I said, do feel free to pop your own thoughts regarding DEMIR EGE TIKNAZ into the comment section for a nice wee chat and debate amongst Celtic fans. And so until the next video, goodbye and hail hail.